Guess we're live. Pretty windy out here today. You know, I figured I would stream until the camera turns off from overheating or the battery dies. I think the battery's gonna die pretty soon though. I had to change out the battery. Yeah, it's been pretty slow fishing out here. Florida Fish and Wildlife app said that the bite time was supposed to be like 10 o'clock. It's about 11:49. It's 12:55. I got out here a little after 11. So I guess I missed the bites, but it's supposed to be high tide, but it ain't very high, that's for sure. Got my pole out there, trying to see if anything will bite. Up here by the mangroves. And got my shark rod. It's mainly what I use because I don't really go anywhere right now other than rarely the Skyway with my girlfriend or Ponderosa, but I haven't really caught anything really big other than a stingray and some bull shark. That's about it. That's all I've caught on that big pole. I mean, I've caught some pretty big catfish too, but like nothing bigger than the stingray and the sharks, that's for sure. I'm kind of aiming for trying to get a Mahara. I'd like to get a live Mahara. It's not working out today, unfortunately, so far. It's really slow. Luckily, it's not too hot out. It's windy, so it's kind of keeping me a little cool out. Not sweating, but yeah. Hopefully I'll be going to new places fishing soon. Get away from Pier and go someplace else to fish. Catch some different fish for you guys to see. I just passed my driver's test, so I got my driver's license finally, so I'm now legally able to drive once I get a vehicle and insurance and a tag and a title. I should be able to go cruising some places I have in mind. Try to go catch ourselves some different fish. Try to do some videos to help new people who are trying to get into fishing, because I've seen like a lot of people. I made a video about how to fish the Caloosahatchee River, which this is what this is out here. I see a lot of people come out here and they just use all the wrong stuff and they don't catch anything, and they wonder why they're not catching anything. So I believe people should be helped learn what type of setup to use and all that stuff. And there's a lot of guys out there that do YouTube videos and stuff and they catch fish. That's great. It's great, but that's not helping anybody. It's really not. My whole thing is I want to learn how to do what you're doing. You know, I want you to show me what hooks you're doing, and you know, also not trying to see you guys ridiculously overpriced products either. You know, these guys are, you know, bragging about their rods and reels that they have. You know, it's great that they have that stuff. If you have the money too, feel free to do that, but a lot of people are just going to like Walmart and they're buying these Walmart poles and they're just getting junk. Or they come out here and they fish with like chicken gizzards and chicken, or they go to like the grocery store and they buy like the frozen shrimp from like that you eat and stuff that you're normally supposed to eat and you know, cook and stuff. Which I'm not saying that stuff won't work. It's just not like natural. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta use natural baits, man, for like lakes and canals and stuff. You just want to use like worms and stuff like that. You know, like salt water. You gotta use the type of bait that's gonna be in this water, man. Like bait fish, the maharas, they're natural fish. So them sharks, they see that. I wonder if we got that on video, or that tree thing falling off. Them sharks, they see that. Oh boy, here comes that wind draft, man. You guys can't hear me now, that's for sure, over this wind draft. My back is turned against the wind right now. That's how windy it is. Part of that, I think it's part of that tropical storm moving up the east coast right now, Florida. It's probably, we're getting some wind draft in from that outer bands of it. Probably why it's so windy. Trying to hold off talking so you guys can hear what I'm saying. So you just gotta use like natural baits for the water, man. You gotta go out to these places, you gotta look at the type of stuff that's in the water, you know, try to go with that type of thing, the color of like the bait and stuff. Live bait's always the best way to go, though, as far as I'm concerned. But definitely, if you haven't checked out my video on the Caloosahatchee River, if you plan to fish the Caloosahatchee River, you should check that one out. Especially if you're going to be fishing east of the Edison Bridge. That's mainly like what I'm talking about when it comes to fishing that spot a little bit. As you go, you know, west, then the water changes and then you get a little bit more saltier waters and stuff, and then you have different fish over that way because they're coming in from like saltier water. But a lot of them fish still eat like live shrimp and stuff. I mean, you can catch fish with live shrimp out here too, but I just think it's a waste of money. I mean, it's normally this time of year though, it's summertime, so you're gonna have a hard time basically finding big decent sized shrimp for the price and all. I was gonna actually do a video talking about that myself, and when it comes to fishing with live shrimp, you'll probably run into a problem trying to find bait and whatnot for, you know, fishing, because this time of year the bigger shrimp are moving up to cooler waters, I think is what they said. So if you're fishing in Florida, a lot of them shrimp are moving up north towards like the Tampa area. So you got all these summer shrimp that are the small baby ones, and I don't even know why it's legal for them to catch them and sell them, honestly, because you're just killing like the future of the shrimp. But hey man, the laws are just freaking stupid, man. What can I say? They don't really care about the shrimp and all. Just sell a bunch of little baby ones that, you know catch a fish, but you know, I like some decent sized fish, man. I mean, shrimp, I like some shrimp that are like, you know, about like that long, about like that thick and all. You know, normally you'll find ones that are at the bait stores that are like this big. That's about as big as they are. Maybe you'll get about like that. Actually, you know what? I got some bait. I'll show you what they're like in the summer, come to think of it, guys. So these are the frozen shrimp that these bait stores, local bait stores have. You'll get a bag of frozen shrimp. This has just been sitting out in the sun, so the shrimp is kind of rotting out now. If you guys can see that though, these are the size shrimp you're buying, man. In the summer, like look at this. See that shrimp right there? That is a summertime shrimp right there. Now, that's perfect if you're catching bait fish. If you're gonna catch some pinfish, you just break off the shell and put it on a small hook and just put the meat on, and them fish will like that just fine. They're not real big, so you're not gonna have a hard time with them fish trying to eat that. But yeah, these are all the shrimp right here, man. Look at the size of these things, man. They're just puny, man. These bait stores, local bait stores, man, they sell these because that's basically all they can get, unless they got a good dealer that will sell them some big ones, you know. And I think a bag A bag like this will probably run you about like $3, man. $3, $3 or $4, $5 maybe for them little bitty shrimp right there. And that's all you had to waste of these little shrimp. I mean, look at this. These things didn't even have a future at all, man. I mean, they had one, but they were cheated out of it because people worried about making money, and they'd rather sell you small bait like that. And you know, it's a waste of money. It's hard to catch fish with this, man. I mean, you'll catch some snappers with it, you know. You'll catch some snappers if you go to the right spot. But like I said, man, I like some decent sized shrimp, man. And you won't normally find them until the winter time when the shrimp come back to cooler waters. So right now the water's a little warm for those shrimp, so they're kind of, and I guess they're going up to cooler waters, like I was saying. So that's about what you'll be buying for like $5. Definitely don't buy them pre-packaged baits. Oh God, don't you do it. Don't you waste your money on them pre-packaged baits, man. If they ain't selling them shrimp in a Ziploc bag, man, and they're like jumbo size shrimp too, if they're not fresh shrimp, and I mean dead fresh shrimp, because that's the best way to go, you'll find shrimp, and the best way you'll know that they're fresh is that they'll be like a silverish gray color, and those are the best shrimp to go with when they're frozen dead. If you go to a bait shop and they've got pink shrimp, you need to not buy that, because what happened is that they've thawed it out so many times, you know, or they just been out in the sun or something, and by doing that they're just mushy, and they're not going to be any good, man. They're going to stink. So it's like, it's best to try to just get the gray colored ones, and if they ain't got it, man, if you're desperate, hey, go for the pink ones, man. But like those shrimp I just showed you, those are shrimp I would not buy if a bait shop was selling that, man, unless I was really desperate. So it's just not good bait at all, man. Not for the money, it's not. Especially that size, no sir. You ain't selling me that garbage. But I didn't buy that though. My girlfriend, she bought that, so she's to blame for the whole thing. She just wanted to be nice and get me some bait. Best she could do, you know. Unfortunately, that's basically the way it is, man. Ain't much you can really do. But yeah, what guys normally do is they thaw them out, or they thaw out and then they turn pink like this. You see this? You want them to be a gray color, like gray silver. That's the good stuff. You know, I'm kind of thinking that my video might be like lagging in parts of it, because the tower is like way over there somewhere. It's like a few blocks down the road is where the cell tower is. So we're gonna cast north now. We're just gonna try to cast out there and see if we can catch a catfish to use for bait, man. I need a catfish tail, buddy. That's what I need. I need me one of them, and if I catch one, I promise I will not show you guys me slaughtering it on camera, because I don't want to trigger you guys, you know, because I think that guy thought I was a psychopath because I was talking to myself, and he walked up and he didn't see anybody here, so he's like walking back now. He's like, oh, there's some weirdo out here talking to himself and stuff. I better not fish here. So I think I just probably lost a buddy or a pal, fellow bro to fish with one day, because I look weird talking to myself, and they're looking and stuff. I'm like, who's this guy talking to, man? He's like, I'm out of here. This guy's like, this kid over here talking to myself. Yep, he's dipping. He's dipping, man. Look at him go. Look at him go, boys. Dude, he's out of here. He's like, yep, we're out of here. Be out of here, boys. I'm a nutty boy. Talking to my YouTubers, man. buddies and stuff. I teach my little YouTuber buddies how to be a fisher and stuff. But like I'm saying, you know, man, I watch a lot of people come out here fishing and stuff, and they fish at a lot of places, but mainly out here is where I've been fishing, because I haven't had a car to go anywhere. I ain't had a driver's license, so I ain't been able to really go anywhere unless I was with my girlfriend. So I just observe what happens out here, and I see a lot of the locals come out here and they bring their kids out here and they got Walmart poles, man. They done bought some Walmart poles that are just like trash, man. Like, I mean, they're just plastic spools. There's no aluminum on it. The line is kind of just trash. You can't get out like 10 feet when they cast their poles out and stuff. And they bring like dead worms or live worms. I mean, the Maharas will probably eat the live worms. I ain't gonna lie about that. The Maharas, they'll eat live worms or dead worms. Actually, they're not really too picky, but you might catch other stuff. I mean, hey, you know what though? If you catch something on a live worm in this river, other than a Mahara or a crab or a catfish, more power to you. I'm just recommended what works best for this guy right here. So that's normally what I do, but today's been a slow day on fishing though. It's been a really slow day of fishing. I was gonna do some cast netting, but then I was like, well, if I cast net, then I have to put my phone in my pocket. And if I put my phone in my pocket, then I'll probably lose signal to the camera, and then I'll stop streaming, and then you guys won't be able to see me stream anymore, and you won't be able to see me cast net. So can't cast net, but there's my cast net right there. Hey, is that a fish? I heard a fish on my pole. Heard something. I wasn't paying attention, man. Oh, it kind of sounded like it was a little bit of a thing, a pole or something. What's going on with that stuff, man? I was hoping that the mullies were gonna jump out here, some mullets, catch ourselves some mullets. Those are nice right here. I tell you what, I'll catch me a whole bunch of mullet. I'll catch me a whole bunch of mullets, man. Calling it a day and have a fish fry. Hell, I don't even like fish, but I tell you what, I catch me like 20 or 30 mullet, man. I'll be on the phone with my mom in a heartbeat telling her to get her dang butt down here. We're having a fish fry, man. There's a mullet right out there. There's what I'm talking about. But that's a small mullet though. He's small. And you need to get a little bit closer to the pier anyway, so you need to come like right around this area right here, and I'll throw a cast net on top of them, and heck yeah, buddy. We'll get ourselves some mullies and have a fish fry. We're gonna be eating good, and I probably will eat some mullet. Need them big fat mullet though. Last time I caught mullet, I caught 2 mullet, man, right out here. There were some fat boys, man. I ain't eat them. My mom and dad ate them. I filleted them up though. Took them into, filleted them up into some fillets. I think we got a total of 4 fillets off of them, 1 on each side. I got 2 nice fat fillets per fish. So yeah, buddy. I kind of want to do a fish fry like like Duck Dynasty we're talking about doing. So what they did was they took some flour, some pepper, and some mustard. You put the fillets in the mustard, right? And they got it all mixed up in the fish, the fillets. And then they put the fillets in the flour, flip it all around in there. So it's kind of like a batter, using mustard as a batter. That's the way we kind of did it at Popeyes. When I worked at Popeyes, you have like your batter. They were using like some type of sauce, spicy batter or whatever. But anyways, they had their own batter, so that's what it is. It's using mustard basically as a batter to hold the flour together. And you have that salt. Yeah, salt, pepper. You don't really need no salt though. Put a little bit of flour and some pepper and mix that all together and get your grease real nice and hot. It's gotta be real hot though, real hot. So when you put them fillets in there, they're nice and to get a nice golden brown crisp to them. And boy, I heard them things are so good. They sound good though. That's why I want to try them. Some mustard and flour. Forget the cornmeal and all that stuff, and forget all that. Let's do it with some flour and some mustard. Sounds good to me. It's supposed to be high tide, guys. That ain't high tide right there. That ain't no high tide. I mean, it's kind of high, but I've seen it all the way up to the grass line up there. So that ain't no high tide. But I'll tell you what, buddy, there ain't nothing out here today, man. Nothing. I've been streaming here for like 20 minutes. You see that right there? 21 minutes, boys. Almost 22 minutes. And you can see I don't even have access to freaking live chat. Wait, hold on. View your stream. Okay, let's view my stream. Well, I can view my stream. Alright, let's see what we got here. I'm viewing my stream right now. Alright. Well, let's say somebody commented at 106, so I missed you on that one. I missed this person's comment on the video because I didn't even know you could freaking do that. How do you mute sound? I don't know how you mute sound though, because now I'm gonna hear myself talking. It's terrible. When you do live chat, oh my god. The only thing I could think of is I'd have to turn my sound down, and then that would be terrible, right? Because if I get text messages, okay, we're just gonna turn the sound off. Oh well, I can't hear text messages, so if anybody texts me, I can't hear you. Can't hear them. So I tell you what, man, it's pretty dead though. Normally I try to walk away with catching at least one shark every time I come out here, but I kind of think I should have just like took my mom's Jeep down to Tarpon, man. Just went down to Tarpon Pier and on the way out there at the end of the pier and caught a catfish, because you'll catch catfish out there. And I could have just seen if there any shark out that way or not. But this spot is just, I don't know. I'm gonna have my phone slide in the water, man. Trying to do this, you know. I had something heavy on that. I think the sand might have been really much. My phone get ready to blow in the water, man. I'm gonna try to put this in my pocket. Rip rude if falls in the water. Well, I don't even know how far I can put my dang phone before I lose access to the signal. It's gonna be in like direct sunlight too. It is sun heat out here. Big pole. See, that's the big pole right there. I forgot to mention in my fishing video, man. When it comes to fishing with a big pole like the Pinfierce 8000, you start getting into them big reels, man. You start getting into longer poles, buddy. And I looked at that video and I was thinking to myself, well, kind of left out the important part about those bigger poles that people should know. They're gonna go out and probably buy a big pole. Well, they might not buy it though. They might go out and just look at it and they're gonna be like, oh dang, that thing is like 10 feet tall. And then you try to cast the dang thing. Well, You gotta be pretty good at that, let me tell you. It can be pretty tricky. It can be pretty tricky when it comes to doing that on a small pier when there's people on it. And you got little kids all running around and they're doing all that goofy stuff, man. And you're just trying to throw your pole out in the water, or your bait out in the water, and you got kids around. It becomes a little tricky to do that, especially at this pier. So imagine going to one of them popular piers where there's a lot of fishermen at, and they all got long poles too. This might be a little tricky because this shrimp right here is this mushy. So I could potentially just throw this one off when I cast it out there. Yeah, buddy, here we go. Here we go. That was a terrible cast. That was just dookie. The wind's kind of throwing me off on my cast. I need to be fishing that way, because what's going to happen is if you fish against the wind or to the wind, or what is it again, something like that. If you fish your back to the wind, when you cast out, that wind draft is going to give you that extra boost in distance. So that's why it's always good that if you're fishing and it's windy, you fish your back to the wind, so that you wait for that one big strong wind draft, man, and just launch that cast, man, with a decent pole at least, you know, good quality pole there again, not a Walmart one, and definitely not some dookie one. Some interesting stuff going on with that water right there. You pay attention to the water, man. If you pay attention to it, you can definitely see one of those fish that are in the water. I was looking at those ripples. You guys might not be able to see that on the camera, what I'm talking about. That ball. But yep, definitely throw. Oh, we're getting a bite. Getting a catfish finally. Yep, might have a catfish on this one. I might have a catfish. We're gonna wait. Make sure the drag is good and tight. You don't want to be setting a hook with a loose drag. Nobody. Oh, this wind is like gonna affect my hook set, man. I need to get this tight. It's been hitting it. It's gonna be a catfish, I think. It's definitely gonna be a catfish. Staying on. That's why I need my line tight, man, because the reason why, like, when your line is loose, man, you get a bite. What's happening is they're gonna swallow up. You need a tight line. That's what I always prefer to have. Just kind of stop by him bait. Definitely a catfish though. I think he might have got off. Alright, took my bait. I told you that bait was mushy, man. So he probably took that. Nope, he's on. I think he hooked himself. He swallowed that. It's catfish. It's a small one. Yeah, we're not using it for bait. Well, actually, yeah, no, we're not. God, that's actually perfect bait right there, man. You cut him right here, man. Cut him right here. Actually cut his barbs off, right? You cut his barbs off, run the hook right through his bottom jawing up, and you throw him out there. That freaking tarpon, man, probably screw him up. Tell you what, buddy. Or you take him, you cut his tail off, cut him from like right here where the belly is, cut this right here off, right there. You guys can see that? I cut him open, use the whole tail. See, this is the problem we have right here, is he swallowed the hook a little bit. I think I can get that, though. We're gonna try it. Get that out. these are barbs right here. These are hypodermic like barbs, and you gotta be real careful, buddy, when you grab them. You just go ahead and you grab this catfish, and he sticks you during COVID, man. You're gonna be in a world of hurt, man, trying to get in the hospital to get, you know, especially if it's your child. I mean, if it's you, it ain't no big deal and all. That's catfish, got a little bit of, kind of ripped him a little bit in there, but these are hypodermic needles right here. You guys can see that right there. That right there, that barb, that thing right there will rough you up. And if this barb right here, this breaks off in you, that will seriously hurt. They'll have to dig into your skin down. You know, he's got one up here on the top too as well. Those things they're barbs, man, just like the fish hooks, and they will dig into your skin, man. You can see he swam off. He's good. He didn't die. Kind of got him a little bloody from him. He bled a little bit in his mouth though, so there's a little bit of blood from him. But that's what it looked like on you. If he stabs you, man, you're gonna end up like that on your finger. So keep that in mind, kids. Don't you go reaching for no catfish with your hand, trying to kiss him and give him hugs and all that stuff, man. That catfish will, yeah, he'll give you a kiss, all right. Give you a kiss mine. That's what he'll do. Yeah, buddy. Gotta get that blood off me from the catfish. Hell, you know what? I'll even salute to that. I'll drink some catfish blood. Oh, you definitely don't want to put that there, do you, boys? I kind of got a little bit of water on my phone. Hey, man, we gotta get my phone away from that sunlight right there. That's overheating my phone right now. My phone is hot now. Throw my phone in the water. Throw it in the water, boys. Oh, you guys. My friend Julio was supposed to come out here, but I think he ditched me. I think he ditched me today. So I'm gonna be all alone with just me and the water. So I'm kind of gonna be running out of water soon, so I might have to, you know, see what we got here. It says we got one viewer. You guys actually you get one? I got one viewer. I'm like doing pretty good, huh? Yeah, buddy. My phone's getting hot though, so my phone's actually at 59% too. Can you see that? You guys can see that on the screen or not? I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe not. I don't know where to put my phone at because it's gonna go in the water, you know? If I put it somewhere, so then I might lose signal. And you guys might cry, oh, my backpack's hot, dude. Holy cow. Everything's kind of hot, you know? Everything is hot. I think we've reached, that's all. I don't even want that shrimp right there. The majority of this shrimp right here is just no good. It's just like I'm better off going down there to the Maharas and trying to catch me a Mahar. And, you know, I have to re-rig my pole though, because can't use this setup right here. Catch Maharas. This hook is too big for a majority of the ones that I'm looking for. Somebody said, why do I target immature sharks for? I don't target them. I don't target a specific fish. I target throwing my line out there, and whatever bites it basically gets on the hook. I don't have any control over what bites the bait. You know what I mean? Fishing out here is like a mystery. You never know what you're gonna bring in. Hell, you can hook onto a dead body, a purse, find a damn arm, a leg, a finger, a shoe, a t-shirt, some underwear, some panties, a thong, maybe a used tampon, a used condom, a beer bottle, freaking Pepsi can. You never know. All kinds of stuff you can catch out in this water, man. It's all fair game, man. Just gotta get lucky, that's all. I don't target them. But that's all it's out here, though. Catfish, stingrays. It's the majority of all you're gonna catch. Catfish and stingrays, boys. That's it. That's all you're catching. That's it. That is all you're gonna catch in this water right here. I forgot to bring a lure with me, but I don't think it really matters right now because I ain't seen no snookies swimming around, and I ain't seen no sign of fish that they'd be after, so I don't think they're here at all. But what I might end up doing, though, is I might end up just in the stream and throwing a cast net a little bit and see if I can catch me a Mahara. Let my phone cool down, put my phone on my battery pack charger, and let my phone charge for a little bit and cool down inside my backpack, because it's getting hot from streaming with the GoPro app. And I'm sure my GoPro would probably like a little break too. I think the battery's pretty close to dying on this thing too. So it's probably what we'll have to do, because you can't stop the live stream from the GoPro. You have to go into the phone and turn it off. So I'm gonna throw my cast netter. Been practicing on my cast net throws. That's a cool cast net too, by the way. You can get that baby right there at Wally Worlds. That baby right there at Wally World for like $30 something, I think. Yeah, $30 something.